time for the Pure Stocks. On the pole, car number 25. That's Jim Chamberlain. Outside of him is the 7 of David Muncie. Then it's the 1 of Jim Ashley, I'm sorry, Jim. And outside of him, the 98 of Gary Seitz. Then it's the 11 car of Tim Offill, and a man I've been calling something else. I don't know what I've been calling him. That's car number 6. That's Kevin Ingram. And bringing up the tail, another new car out here tonight, car number 38. No name on that driver. He got out here late once again, too. The lights have gone out on the Kare pace car, and we should get a green flag next time by the Pure Stocks. And their first heat race tonight. And no green flag, as the yellow and red lights are flashing.
It's just a short tape to tape over.
Okay.
Okay, as soon as they take intermission, we're going to try this.
All right, the lights got out on the Kare pace car. We should get a green flag next time by. It's Jim Chamberlain and David Muncie. Bill Ashley and Gary Seitz. Green flag flies and we are racing. Oh, and we got cars spinning. Gary Seitz. Caution flag comes back out for the 98 machine of Gary Seitz. Well, we should get a green flag next time by. Car number 25, Jim Chamberlain. Then it's David Muncie. The 1 of Bill Ashley, the 98 of Gary Seitz, the 11 of Tim Offill, and the 6 of Kevin Ingram. Oh, and the 98 once again, spins once again down the front straightaway. No caution. No caution yet. He's still sitting on the front straightaway. And he gets it going. Your leader is 25 Jim Chamberlain as they come upon the 98 machine. Now Kevin Ingram looks outside of the 7 of David Muncie. And Kevin Ingram now looks underneath the 1 of Bill Ashley. Kevin Ingram now second, and he will look to get underneath Jim Chamberlain. And we have a new leader, car number 6, Kevin Ingram. Kevin Ingram, one of those drivers that came up to us and said, "Hey, get my name right." So we're going to try that. So gentlemen, if you're purchasing our tapes and we're messing up your name, let us know. Your leader is still Kevin Ingram, as a good battle going on between Jim Chamberlain and Bill Ashley for that second position. Now wait a minute here. And now I'm hearing, was that Ray Hanna in the 6 car? I will give you further confirmation. Anyways, the 6 car did win. And we'll see here in just a second. Waiting for the track announcer to announce it once again. But I believe he said Ray Hanna was in that 6 car, but I'm not sure. Right, that is Ray Hanna in the number 6. Sorry about that, Ray. They told me it was Kevin Ingram. Okay, now it's time for the second pure stock heat race. On the pole, car number 28, that's Danny Suffren. The 57 of Chris Pawpaw on the outside of him. In the second row is Arliss Williams. Arliss, another one of those drivers that said, please get my name right. So Arliss in the car number 10 in the second row inside. Car number 21 outside of him is Brian Coleman. Then it's the 14 of John Campbell, and bringing up the tail, car number 4, Harley Jenkins, the pure stocks. Green flag flies, and we are racing. Arliss Williams loose through turn 1. He drops back a position. Your leader is the car number 28 of Danny Suffren. Chris Papa on second is Brian. And into the infield he spins. Caution on the track. Once again, I want to restate that again. Of course, they confused me earlier with putting Ray Hanna in the Kevin Ingram machine. Arliss Williams was one of those drivers who came up and said, hey, get my name right. So, gentlemen, like I said before, if we're messing up your name, let us know. We'll be back with the racing in just a second. Green flag flies, and we are racing. Car number 28, Danny Suffren, your leader. Brian Coleman, car number 21 in second. Arliss Williams in third. Harley Jenkins in the 4 car in fourth. Now Arliss Williams looks underneath the 21 of Brian Coleman. Good battle going on for that second position. Now, and John Campbell up in the loose stuff, way high in turn number 1. And now Arliss Williams, Brian Coleman slides high. Arliss Williams takes over that second position. Your leader is still Danny Suffren in the 28 machine. In second is Arliss Williams, Brian Coleman in third, but here comes Harley Jenkins. The white flag flies for your leader, car number 28, Danny Suffren. In second, it's still Arliss Williams and Brian Coleman in third. And your winner will be car number 28, Danny Suffren. And then Arliss Williams, Brian Coleman, and Harley Jenkins. Once again, your winner, car number 28, Danny Suffren. Okay, next up, B-Mods. On the pole, car number 3, Jerry Stapleton. Outside of him, the 62 of Bill Bartholomew. In the second row, car number 11 is Doug Miller, and outside of him is the 77 of Brian Duncan. Then car number 27, Dick Dunleavy Jr. And then it's the, bringing up the tail, car number 7, that will be Paul Sheffer. Green flag flies, and we are racing. Your early leader, car number 3, Jerry Stapleton. In second, Bill Bartholomew in third. Brian Duncan and Dick Dunleavy Jr. in fourth. Your third and fourth place cars side by side. Now Dick Dunleavy Jr. pulls a slight lead. And the 3 car hits a wall hard. Jerry Stapleton. You can see the sheet metal damage on that car. But he comes back right underneath the 62 of Bartholomew. Jerry Stapleton in the 3 car. White flag, one more lap to go for car number 3, Jerry Stapleton. In second is Bill Bartholomew, but here comes Dick Dunleavy Jr. And your winner will be car number 3, Jerry Stapleton. Bill Bartholomew will finish second, Dick Dunleavy Jr. third, and in the fourth position will be Brian Duncan. So from hitting the wall to winning the race, car number 3, Jerry Stapleton. Once again, your winner, car number 3, Jerry Stapleton. Okay, now it's time for the figure eights. Car number 77 on the pole. That's Ansel Massey. Outside him will be the 3 of Earl Jenkins, then the 31 of Billy Jr. Ross, the 57 of Chris Poppaw, the 25 of Jim Chamberlain, and the 4 of Harley Jenkins.
Number 57 of Chris Poppaw, and blue number 31, Billy Ross. Third row, number 25, Jim Chamberlain. And the number 4,
Green flag flies and we are racing.
Here we go. Coming out on step with a first lap on the marshal. It is a 3-car hole.
And the 57 of Chris Poppaw coming out with the worst end of that one. And he still sits there. And we got Junior Ross spinning over in turn 4 as the cars come back up on the Chris Poppaw machine. We'll see how they do. Your leader, let's see, is Earl Jenkins in the 3 car. Then it's the car number 4 of Harley Jenkins. Then the 25 of Jim Chamberlain, 77 Ansel Massey, and Chris Poppaw. And Chris Poppaw trying, as we got them spread out all over the track. It's going to be getting interesting at the crossroads this time by. We're just going to hold it right there at the crossroads for just a second. The 3 of Earl Jenkins is still your leader. Jim Chamberlain now second because Harley Jenkins sat there at the crossroads waiting for those cars. And Jim Chamberlain took the chance, and now he is running second. There's your leader, car number 3, about to lap the 77 of Ansel Massey. Ansel Massey goes a lap down. Earl Jenkins goes on. Your leader, car number 3, Earl Jenkins. The Chamberlain machine is moving in on the 3 of Earl Jenkins, as the door panel looks like it's coming off the 25 car. Yes, somewhere there it is, over in turn 4 on the circle track, is the door panel for the 25 of Jim Chamberlain. Your leader is still Earl Jenkins. Your leader is still Earl Jenkins in the 3 car. As he tries to get around the 57 of Chris Pawpaw. Alrighty, Earl Jenkins hits around the 57 of Chris Pawpaw. The next one he'll try will be the 31 of Billy Ross. Now Jim Chamberlain having a little trouble getting around the Chris Pawpaw machine. Earl Jenkins a little squirrely coming out of turns 1 and 2. And in this lineup of traffic, that's Jim Chamberlain. He's your second place car. He's got the 2 lap cars of Chris Pawpaw and Billy Ross between him. And now the 77 of Ansel Massey between him, as Junior Ross clips the tire in turn 1, and Ansel Massey pulls it off the track. And checkered flag flies. Earl Jenkins, your winner. Car number 25 will be Jim Chamberlain, and it'll be Harley. Harley Jenkins will finish 3rd. So once again, your winner, if I can find him here, there he is, car number 3, Earl Jenkins. Alrighty, the next feature are the Pure Stocks. Fine field of cars out here tonight. We should see some good racing. On the pole, car number 7, that's David Muncie. Outside of him will be the 25 of Jim Chamberlain. Then it's the 4 of Harley Jenkins, and we got a car stalled out here in the back. Looks like John Campbell and the 14 car stalled in the pits. Anyways, it's 4 of Harley Jenkins. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to wait here and see what happens with the John Campbell machine, car number 14. And then we'll be back with the rest of your lineup as we see the 14 car sitting there in the pits. The John Campbell machine finally makes it onto the track. The rest of the cars are lined up. I don't know whether they'll give his place back to him in line or not. On the pole, car number 7, David Muncie. Then it's the 25 of Jim Chamberlain. Then the 4 of Harley Jenkins. Then the 10 of Arliss Williams. 21, Brian Coleman. Then it's the 28 of Danny Suffren. The 57 of Chris Popall. The 98 of Gary Seitz. 1, Bill Ashley. And there goes the 14 of John Campbell. I think he is going to get his place back. Outside, well, in that case, the whole lineup's going to be... We'll get the lineup straightened out. We'll be back with the race in just a couple of seconds. Alrighty, now we have the lineup. 7, David Muncie. 25, Jim Chamberlain. 4, Harley Jenkins. 14, John Campbell. 21, Brian Coleman. 10, Arliss Williams. Then it's the 57 of Chris Popall. 28, Danny Suffren. Then it's the 1 of... outside of Chris Popall will be the 98 of Gary Seitz. Then the 1 of Bill Ashley. Outside of him will be the 11 of Tim O'Phil. The 6 of Ray Hanna. And bringing up the tail will be car number 38. So it'll be the 7, the 25 on your front row. Second row will be the 4 and the 10, 21 and the 28 in the third row. Fourth row will be the 57 and the 98. Then the 1 of Bill Ashley, the 6 of Ray Hanna, and the 11 of Tim O'Phil. And it looks like the 38 car is going to stop on the backstretch once again. The lights have gone out on the Kill Care Pace car. We should get a green flag next time by David Muncie, Jim Chamberlain, Harley Jenkins, Arliss Williams, Brian Coleman, Danny Suffren, Chris Popall, Gary Seitz. And they pick up the throttle through turns 3 and 4. And the green flag flies and we are racing. Your leader is the 7 of David Muncie, Jim Chamberlain in second, Harley Jenkins in third, and coming on. Here comes Brian Coleman for that second position. Oh, and they connect. Brian Coleman overcooked it coming out of 3 and took Jim Chamberlain with him. Caution on the track. The Kill Care Pace car pulls into the infield in turn 2. The 21 and 25's cars both go to the tail of the field. Your lineup is the 7 of Muncie, the 4 of Jenkins, the 28 of Suffren, the 10 of Arliss Williams, the 6 of Ray Hanna, the 57 of Chris Popall, and the 14 of John Chamberlain. Green flag flies and we are racing once again. Your leader is David Muncie, but look at Ray Hanna coming up on the outside. Ray Hanna, car number 6, coming up on the outside. Harley Jenkins is also up there. Now he's right on the back bumper of these 2 cars. Good battle for that 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place positions. And here comes Danny Suffren inside of David Muncie for the lead. Now Danny Suffren, your leader. Ray Hanna in second, David Muncie back to third, but here comes Harley Jenkins. And Ray Hanna slows down the back straightaway. Everybody gets by. The 6 car of Hannah slows. That leaves Danny Suffren, your leader, before Harley Jenkins in second, and then it's the 14 of John Campbell in third, and Harley Jenkins is smoking. Looks like he might have a fender rubbing against a tire. And yes, he does. We see it. I hope that tire lasts. The fender definitely rubbing that rear tire there. The right rear tire is being rubbed by the fender. And there with the tire. There with the tire. And everybody scrambles and everybody gets by. Your leader and running away with it is still Danny Suffren, and David Muncie spins. Caution comes out as the Muncie car spins in turn 2. Kare pace car pulls off the track in turn 2. We should get a green flag next time by. It's Danny Suffren, John Campbell, Arliss Williams, and back up to 4th, car number 21, Brian Coleman, your top 4. The green flag flies and we are racing. Your leaders, Danny Suffren, John Campbell, Arliss Williams, and Brian Coleman. Danny Suffren, your leader, John Campbell hanging right with him. 10 laps now completed of the scheduled 15. In the meantime, we've had a car catch on fire. The 77 mini stock is caught on fire back here in the pits. Brian Coleman loses down the back straightaway. He gathers it together right as he came out of 2. He was sideways as the battle heats up at the front of the pack. Arliss Williams now looking for a way around the 14 of John Campbell as John Campbell still works on the Danny Suffren machine. In turn 4, we got Brian Coleman spins. He takes Ray Hanna with him. Also, David Muncie in the 7 car. He goes back to the pits. Caution on the track. As the track crew does their work out on the track in the pits, as I said before, we've had a little bit of a problem. The 77 car mini stock of Mike Ferryman, some sort of a fire on that car, and the crew's still pouring over that car hoping to get it ready for the feature. The lights have gone out on the Kare pace car. We should get a green flag next time by. It's Danny Suffren, John Campbell, Arliss Williams, Chris Popoff, Bill Ashley, and the 25 of Jim Chamberlain. Harley Jenkins went back to the pits, and he is on the tail. Danny Suffren still your leader. John Campbell in second. 2 more laps to go. Now Chris Popoff pulls inside the Arliss Williams machine. Chris Popoff now 3rd. I'm sorry, I was wrong about that. I called 2 more laps to go, and that's not true. White flag one more time around. The lap counter is off. That's what's going on. And your winner will be car number 28, Danny Suffren. 14, John Campbell in second. then Chris Papa, Bill Ashley, Arliss Williams, Jim Chamberlain. Once again, your winner, car number 28, Danny Suffren. Okay, now it's time for the mini stocks. On the pole, car number 74, Cal Crutchleo. Outside him will be the 42 of Greg Howard. In the second row will be the 43 of Kenny Reef, brand new car for this driver tonight, and the 85 of Jay Crawford. Then in the third and final row will be car number 81. That's Red Harvey Jr. And outside of him will be the 9 of Scott Hall. Lights have gone out on the Killcare pace car. He'll pull into the infield in turn 4. And as they pick up the throttle coming out of turn 4, the green flag flies and we are racing. Oh! And the 74 of Crutchleo and the 42 of Howard get together. We see Cal moving inside of his car, so he is okay. But that car is not. This will take a while to get cleaned up. We'll be back in just a couple of seconds. Okay, the 77 car having his problems. He gets out on the track and his hood come off. The yellow flag will remain out to give him time to get his hood off. We will go over there. There's a shot of the 77 car having his problems tonight. Mike Ferryman trying to get out there for this race. Okay, we should get a green flag this time by. The green flag flies and we are racing. Good battle up from Greg Howard and Kenny Reef. The 85 of Crawford sits there in third. And the 77 of Mike Ferryman hits the wall in turn 2 very hard. Didn't see what happened. Maybe this man should have just kept it inside. Well, we got caution on the track one more time. We'll be back in just a couple of seconds. And we are taking a look at Ashley, her first time ever at a racetrack.
Hey,
hi, Ashley.
Hey, baby. I'll give it to your mommy. Hey, baby. Say hi. You'll be on TV.
And as Jessica watches her first race, the pace car pulls off the track and we're about ready to get back to racing. We have 4 cars left. The green flag flies and we are racing once again, and the 81 of Red Harvey Jr. spins coming out of turn 4. Caution on the track once again. Okay, we have them lined up once again. Hopefully we will get to race this time. It's still Greg Howard, Jay Crawford, Scott Hall, and the 81 of Red Harvey Jr. The green flag flies and we are racing. Greg Howard, car number 42, your leader. In second is the Jay Crawford machine in 85. Scott Hall, real wide down the front straightaway. Greg Howard, car number 42, still your leader. In second is Jay Crawford as Howard pulls out a significant lead down the front straightaway. And here comes Scott Hall riding that high Your leader is still Greg Howard. Greg Howard still your leader. Jay Crawford still in second. Here comes Scott Hall. He closes the gap ever so slightly. And Greg Howard spins in turn 2. Your leader, car number 42, spins in turn 2. Once again, we have caution on the track for the leader. That's just my luck. I take the camera away from the leader and he does something like that on me. Caution on the track, and we'll be back in a couple seconds. We should get a green flag next time by. It's the 85 of Crawford, the 9 of Scott Hall, and the 42 of Greg Howard. The green flag flies and we are racing. Now we'll see if Greg Howard can get around the 85 and the 9 cars. Jay Crawford, your leader now. Scott Hall in second. Greg Howard running third. Now Howard will look underneath going through turns 3 and 4, but Hall slams the door. Oh, and Scott Hall loose, and he gets into the 42 of Howard. And Scott Hall spins in turn 4. Howard gets around. And the 85 of Crawford wins, 42 of Howard in second. That'll put Scott Hall in the 3rd position. Your winner of a very interesting mini stock heat race, car number 85, Jay Crawford. For the Limited Sportsman feature event, car number 17, Sam Heckman on the pole. Outside of him, the 71 of Jim Sawyer. Then it's the 72 of Estes and the 2 of Dave Brandenburg. 78 Mark Stump is next. Outside of him, the 21 of Tim Roush. Then it's the 33 of Carl Stapleton, the 70 of Joe Hill, the 19 of Wayne Watercutter, the 8 of Jack Woods, the 24 of Don Mahaffey Jr., the 35 of Jeff Capaldi, the 44 of Brett Oakley, the 41 of Rex Betties, the 7 of Ron Poole, the 14 Carr, and the 60 of Denzel McCoy. The lights have gone out on the Kare pace car. We should get a green flag next time by. And guess what, by the way? That 14 car is Tom Hausfeld in the red number 14. They pick up the throttle through turns 3 and 4. The green flag flies and we are racing. And your leader is Sam Heckman. Gary Estes in second, Dave Brandenburg third. Now Estes looks outside of the 17 seat. It's Sam Heckman on the inside, Gary Estes on the outside. As Mark Stump has moved inside of Dave Brandenburg for that second position. Excuse me, that third position. Carl Stapleton back there in the 5th place. As the first 4 cars are running side by side. Now Brandenburg moves inside of the Estes machine coming out of turn 4. Dave Brandenburg now second. But here comes Estes battling back through turns 1 and 2. Now Dave Brandenburg second. Stump is getting under Estes for that 3rd place. Brandenburg pulls outside of the 17 of Heckman. It's Heckman on the inside, Brandenburg on the outside. They're side by side as they come into turns 1 and 2. Side by side all the way around the track for the lead. Now your leaders are going to start encountering some lap traffic here real soon. Denzel McCoy and the 14 of Hausfeld. Now Dave Brandenburg has taken over that lead. Dave Brandenburg, car number 2, your leader. Sam Heckman back to second. Mark Stump in third, and he's looking for a way around. And we got cars spinning in turn 1. The 72 of Estes, the 21 of Timmy Roush. Everybody gets around, caution on the track. Okay, the Kill Care pace car pulls into the infield in turn 2. This is the lineup. Dave Brandenburg, Sam Heckman, Mark Stump, Jack Woods, Carl Stapleton, Wayne Watercutter, Joe Hill, Gary Estes, Don Mahaffey Jr., Jeff Capaldi, Tim Roush, Rex Betties, Red Oakley, Rod Poole, Tom Hausfeld, and Denzel McCoy. Now Jack Woods looks outside of the 28 of Mark Stump. Spinning in turn 4. That's the 24 of Mahaffey Jr. He gets it going, but caution on the track, and he will pull it into the pits. Car number 24, Don Mahaffey Jr. Alrighty, we should get a green flag next time by. The lineup: Dave Brandenburg, Sam Heckman, Mark Stump, Jack Woods, Carl Stapleton, Wayne Watercutter, and Joe Hill. Don Mahaffey Jr. is back out on the track at the tail of the field. And immediately, Jack Woods looks on the outside of the Mark Stump machine as they went through turns 1 and 2 and down the back straightaway that time. Jack Woods, car number 8. Now he has the slight advantage going into turns 1 and 2 that time, but he gets sideways. Jack Woods, car number 8, now in the 3rd position, and Carl Stapleton will get around Mark Stump for that 4th position. As Stump slows going into turns 1 and 2, Mark Stump in the 28 car. Dave Brandenburg still your leader, and he has quite a comfortable lead on the 2nd place car, Sam Heckman. And as we go across the start-finish line, we're going to hold, and there is Sam Heckman, so you can see a good 20 car lengths between the 1st and 2nd place cars. And there is Jack Woods and Carl Stapleton running in the 3rd and 4th. 5th is Wayne Watercolor. 6th is the 70 of Joe Hill. We're going to go back up to the front now for your leader and spin a lap or 2 following him around. Dave Brandenburg, Springfield, Ohio, car number 2. Rex Betty's a little sideways down the back straightaway. He gathers it back together, no problem. A good look at your leader, Dave Brandenburg, car number 2. Tim Roush now moves outside of the 70 machine of Joe Hill. Still continues to pull quite a lead on the 2nd place of Sam Heckman as Brandenburg in heavy lap traffic right now. He gets around the 14 of Hasfeld, the 24 of Mahaffey Jr., and the 7 of Ron Poole. Tim Roush ahead of Joe Hill. He'll set his sights on Wayne Watercolor next. A little sideways down the back straightaway that time. He gets it gathered back together. White flag, one more lap for your leader, car number 2, Dave Brandenburg. As he goes across the stripe this time by, he will be the winner. Car number 2, Dave Brandenburg. In 2nd will be Sam Heckman, Jack Woods. And a good battle for that 3rd place. I'm not sure who got that. I believe it was Wayne Watercutter. But no doubt about your winner, car number 2, Dave Brandenburg. So your winner from Springfield, Ohio, car number 2, Dave Brandenburg. Okay, now it's time for the beginner street stocks. On the pole is car number 27. That will be Tom Ritchie. Outside of Tom is the 99 car of Dan Williams, and it's the 18 of Jeff Albright, and outside of him will be the 3 of David Barnhart. Then it's the 28 of Tom Henry and the 77 of Ansel Massey. Then the 17 of Jason Estes is next, and outside of him the 69 of Bob Isbell. And bringing up the tail will be the car number 8 of Tom Rose. Beginner street stocks be coming at you in just a couple of seconds. Alrighty, green flag flies and we are racing. We got cars all over the place. Dan Williams hits the backstretch wall. The 27 car spins. The 18 car spins. And believe it or not, we got caution on the track. Kare pace car pulls into the infield in turn 2. We should get a green flag next time by. It's Tom Ritchie, Dan Williams, Jeff Albright, David Barnhart, Tom Henry, Ansel Massey, Jason Estes, Bob Isbell, and Tom Rose. Tom Ritchie, your early leader, car number 27. And he's sideways. He gathers it back together and keeps it going in the same direction. Tom Ritchie, car number 27, still your leader. And Jeff Albright looks underneath down the back straightaway. Jeff Albright, car number 18, now your leader as the 27 of Ritchie goes high. Third now is Tom Henry and the 28 machine, Ansel Massey in fourth. Tom Ritchie real high coming out of turn 4 that time. That time he gets her down real low coming out of 2. Oh, and the 27 car into the wall as he comes out of turn 4. He keeps it going and he maintains that second position as the 18 car is just running away with it. Oh, 27 hits again real hard that time. I don't think he'll keep it going. Nope, he's going to take her back to the pits. Tom Ritchie out of the race. And we got caution on the track. Track officials want to check the track out for they want to check the track out for debris. So we will be back racing in just a couple of seconds. All right, the Kare pace car is pulled off the track in turn 2. We should get a green flag next time by. Jeff Albright, car number 18, your leader. Tom Henry in second. Ansel Massey, David Barnhart, Tom Rose, Dan Williams, Jason Estes, and Bob Isbell in the 69 car. They pick up the throttle coming out of turn 4. Green flag flies and we are racing. Tom Rose and David Barnhart side by side. Now Barnhart pulls ahead. He will set his sights on Ansel Massey as they're 3 wide going through turn 2. David Barnhart now pulling up in that 3rd position. He'll set his sights on the 28 of Tom Henry next. And Tom Rose and Jason Estes both get up real high in turn 1. As Barnhart spins, oh, and Ansel Massey collects him. And the 99 of Dan Williams gets into him. Gets into Ansel Massey. Caution on the track, and this is going to take a little while to clean up. Lights have gone out on the Killcare pace car, and it's pulled into the infield in turn 2. Jeff Albright, your leader. Tom Henry, Tom Rose, Bob Isbell, and Jason Estes. 5 cars remaining in this race. The green flag flies, and we are racing, and immediately Jeff Albright pulls out to about a 3 or 4 car length lead. Now Rose will look for a way around the Tom Henry machine. He looks outside as Isbell looks inside of the Rose machine. 3-car battle for that second position. Now Tom Rose pulls outside of Tom Henry. Going into turns 1 and 2. They're side by side. Now Tom Rose, car number 8, your second place car, as Isbell will look around a way around the Tom Henry car. Isbell goes high. In turn 1, he comes down low, but can't quite get the slingshot done. Tom Rose still second. Jeff Albright to a significant lead. Three more laps to go for your leader, Jeff Albright. And Albright, your leader, real loose out of turn 4. He backs out of for quite a while. And just as I turn away from him, the 28 of Tom Henry and the 6'9 of Bob Isbell get together. And Tom Henry not happy about that as he continues to spin in turn 2. Caution out on the track. Okay, the lights go out on the Killcare pace car, and he pulls in the infield in turn 2. It's Jeff Albright, Tom Rose, Tom Henry gets his spot back, 17 of Jason Estes, and the 69 of Bob Isbell put on the tail. And as 2 more laps to go, as they get the green flag, 2 more laps to go for your leader, car number 18, Jeff Albright. White flag, 1 more lap to go for your leader, Jeff Albright, car number 18. They're side by side as they go into turns 1 and 2. And your winner will be car number 18, Jeff Albright. Tom Rose second. Bob Isbell up to third, and Tom Henry in fourth. Once again, your winner, car number 18, Jeff Albright. Next up will be the E-Mods. On the pole, car number 62, Bill Bartholomew. In the second row, car number 3, that's Jerry Stapleton. Then it's the 77 of Brian Duncan. And outside him, the 27 of Dick Dunleavy Jr. Then it's the 7 of Paul Sheffer and the 11 of Doug Miller. The Killcare E-Mods coming up next. Killcare pace car pulls into the infield in turn 2. We should get a green flag next time by car number 62, Bill Bartholomew, then Jerry Stapleton on the outside. Brian Duncan, Dick Dunleavy Jr., Paul Sheffer, and Doug Miller. Green flag flies, and we are racing. Your leader, car number 3, Jerry Stapleton. Dick Dunleavy Jr. in second, Bill Bartholomew third, Brian Duncan in fourth. And now Dunleavy pulls right up on the back Nerf bar of the 3 car of Jerry Stapleton. As Brian Duncan looks for a way around the Bill Bartholomew machine for third. Now Brian Duncan gets around for that third position in that 77 car. Bill Bartholomew back to the 4th position. That looks like the 11 car of Doug Miller. It is. He loops it and caution on the track. Lights go out on the Kare pace car. He pulls into the infield in turn 2. Your leader, car number 3, Jerry Stapleton. Car number 27, Dick Dunleavy Jr. in second. The 77 of Brian Duncan. The 62 of Bill Bartholomew, Paul Sheffer, and Doug Miller. Green flag flies, and we are racing. It's Jerry Stapleton, your leader. Dick Dunleavy Jr. in second. Brian Duncan in third. Now Dick Dunleavy Jr. looks outside. He slides high in turn 3, almost losing the second place to Brian Duncan, as he looks for a way around the 3 car of Jerry Stapleton. They'll encounter the lap car, Paul Sheffer. Everybody makes it by just fine. It's still Jerry Stapleton, your leader. The 27 of Dick Dunleavy Jr. in second. The 77 of Brian Duncan in third. And now your leaders side by side into turns 1 and 2. Stapleton pulls out the lead down the back straightaway, but Dick Dunleavy battles back in turns 3 and 4. And your leader is still the 3 car, but here comes Dick Dunleavy Jr. once again. And Dick Dunleavy sideways. Oh, and Brian Duncan collects him coming out of turn 4. And we're going to check out the damage on the Brian Duncan machine and see how bad it is. Looks like that front tire is towed out just a little bit on the right side. Dick Dunleavy gets going again though. At least that car is moving. Caution on the track. Kare pace car pulls off the track in turn 2. We should get a green flag next time by. With 4 more laps to go, your leader Jerry Stapleton, Brian Duncan, Bill Bartholomew. Oh, and we got some beating and banging as the Brian Duncan car doesn't seem to take off, so we get no start. We'll get them relined back up and get started here in just a couple seconds. Now the lineup's set. We'll see if we don't get a little bit better start this time. Jerry Stapleton, Brian Duncan, Bill Bartholomew, Doug Miller, Paul Scheffer a lap down, and then the 27 of Dick Dunleavy Jr. Green flag flies, and we are racing. Immediately, Bill Bartholomew pulls around the 77 of Brian Duncan. Three laps to go. Now Dunleavy gets around the 77 of Duncan as Doug Miller spins down the back straightaway. Caution on the track. As Doug Miller gets his car underway, I'd like to take this opportunity to remind you that not only does Pennstroke Productions videotape here at Kare Speedway each and every week, but we also videotape at Columbus Motor Speedway and Kare Dragway. For the Midwest's finest video racing series, Pennstroke Productions will be back in just a couple of seconds. We should get a green flag next time by for 2 more laps. 18 now completed. Dick Dunleavy Jr. back up to that 3rd position behind Bill Bartholomew and of course your leader Jerry Stapleton. Green flag flies and we are racing. With 2 more laps to go, your leader Jerry Stapleton. And the white flag will come out this time by for your leader, car number 3, Jerry Stapleton. In 2nd, Bill Bartholomew, Dick Dunleavy Jr., and Brian Duncan in 4th. And your winner will be car number 3, Jerry Stapleton. In 2nd, Bill Bartholomew, Dick Dunleavy Jr., and Brian Duncan rounding out your top 4. Once again, your winner, car number 3, Jerry Stapleton. And your lineup for the Pro Street event tonight. Car number 67, Steve Rickard. Outside of him, the 31 of Junior Ross. Then it's the 99 of Chuck McClure, and outside of him, the 29 of Tony Brunke. Then the 1 of Jerry Johns, and outside of him will be the 30 of Johnny Crank. Then it's the 87 of John Fitzgerald, the 55 of Fred Poole, the 62 of Mark Shirkey, the 22 of Tom Randolph, the 17 of Steve Lee, the 53, my buddy Kurt Valtee, car number 95, Vern Phillips, and bringing up the tail will be the 51 car, new car out here this week. We don't know the driver's name. We'll have the Pro Street race just in a couple of seconds. And the lights have just gone out on the Kare pace car. We should get a green flag next time by. As I said, Steve Rickard and Junior Ross on the pole in the front row. Then it's Chuck McClure, Tony Brunke, Jerry Johns, Johnny Crank, John Fitzgerald, Fred Poole, Mark Shirkey, Tom Randolph, Steve Lee, Kurt Balti, Vern Phillips, and the 51 car. No start. Steve Rickard, quite a jump on the start there. And somebody dropped something off the track, onto the track, I mean. We'll get them relined up and get a green flag here in just a couple of seconds. Okay, this time the Kare pace car pulls off the track in turn 4, and we should get a green flag this time by. The green flag flies and we are racing. Steve Rickard, your early leader. And Tony Brunke, the 29 car, gets around Junior Ross for that second position. As Kurt Balti battles side by side with the Fred Poole machine. They'll be coming up on the Junior Ross machine here in just a couple of seconds. Everybody files by and makes it. Your leader is still Steve Rickard. But here comes Tony Brunke for that lead. Car number 67, Steve Rickard, your leader. And Tom Randolph, the car on the move, he's already up to 5th position. Tom Randolph, car number 22. He looks underneath the one of Jerry Johns. Can't quite get the job done. Now Johns moves outside of Chuck McClure. Now Jerry Johns is 3rd. Tom Randolph will get around McClure for that 4th position. Your top 4 cars are nose to tail on the track. They are Steve Rickard, Tony Brunke, Jerry Johns, and now Tom Randolph will look around or look underneath Jerry Johns' machine. And Brunke spins. Tony Brunke spins in turn 3. Caution on the track. Everybody else stop by. Lights go out on the pace car. He pulls into the infield. Wally Shear, our driver of our pace car, pulls into the infield. In turn 2, we should get a green flag next time by. Steve Rickard, Jerry Johns, Tom Randolph, Johnny Crank, John Fitzgerald, Kurt Balti, and Fred Poole. Green flag flies and we are racing. Tom Randolph hard. Tom Randolph spins, that coming out of turn 2. Steve Lee can't quite avoid, spins to avoid, and still catches the 22 car in the tail end. Obviously caution on the track as we take a look at the field as they go by. Your lineup for the restart. Car number 67, Steve Rickard. Then it's the 1 of Jerry Johns, the 30 of Johnny Crank, the 87 of John Fitzgerald, the 53 of Kurt Valti, 55 Fred Bull, 62 Mark Shirkey, the 51 car, 31 Junior Ross, and the 95 of Vern Phillips. Steve Lee brings up the tail. Green flag flies and we are racing. And this time Mark Shirkey spins down the back straightaway. Once again, caution on the track. Wally Shearer pulls the pace car off in turn 2. Your leader is car number 67, Steve Rickard, the 1 of Jerry Johns, then the 30 of Johnny Crank, John Fitzgerald, Kurt Valti, Fred Poole, Mark Shirkey, the 51 car, Billy Junior Ross, the 95 of Vern Phillips, and the 17 of Steve Lee. Green flag flies and we are racing. Immediately, Jerry Johns looks outside of the Steve Rickard machine. Your leader is the 67 of Steve Rickard. Jerry Johns keeps looking for a way around. Then Johnny Quink, John Fitzgerald, and Kurt Valti. Now Jerry Johns moves outside of Steve Rickard. They're side by side as they go into turns 1 and 2. To go for your leader, car number 67, Steve Rickard. John Fitzgerald sideways. He gathers it back in, as your leaders are still side by side. White flag, 1 more lap to go for your leaders, Steve Rickard and Jerry Johns. And the winner will be Steve Rickard, car number 67, Jerry Johns in second, Johnny Craig third, and John Fitzgerald finishes fourth. An excellent race for the pro streets here tonight. Once again, I want to remind you that Pennstroke Productions videotapes here at Kare Speedway each and every week. Also at Columbus Motor Speedway and Kare Dragway. From Midwest's finest video racing series, Pennstroke Productions. For everybody at Pennstroke Productions, I'm Nathan Pennington. We'll see you here each and every week on the backstretch and at the track.